Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm re-recording this video on links because I noticed that the volume on it was kind of screwed up. So hopefully this will be better for you. So let's get on with the lesson as we walk down our programming road here. We're going to right-click and select New Document, have Empty Document. Title that index.html, and just go like that. And then what we'll do is we'll right click and open with gedit. Now yours might be Notepad or TextEdit or something like that if you're on a Mac. And let me go ahead and bring this over in my screen, and you should have an empty document like that. Okay, so now on A1 Website Pro, whenever you go there, I'll have your bare bones HTML right here. So you could actually just grab that, copy, just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll paste it in there. Okay. All right. So linking is one of the most important assets to web development. In this tutorial, we're going to be coming from an absolute beginner's point of view. Now, there's two major kind of links. There's inbound links and there's outbound links. Okay. So let's go ahead and give our title tag right here, title, open tag, close tag, title, title. There we go. And then we're going to go in here and we're going to say all about links. Okay, because that's what we're going to talk about. All about links. So let's go ahead and start writing a link out. And so we can explain. Okay, it's a tag, just like anything else, but it's an A. A stands for anchor. Okay, because you're going to anchor it to something. And then we need to specify what we're going to anchor it to. And it's always href, like that. Hypertext reference. So that's an anchor link, hypertext reference. So this is where you're sending them to whenever they click on it. And then you just normally put the equal sign, two quotes, like this. And then right here, you're going to put a link to where you're linking it to. Okay. So for example, if I was going to link to your website, it would be http://yourwebsite.com. Okay. And then what I would do is go on the other side, close that opening tag, and then this would be my link anchor text, which would be your website, just like that. Okay. And then I got to close out that anchor tag, just like that. Now let me go ahead and save this, and we'll double click on our index.html and bring it up here. There we go. Now you can see that I have a link here, and let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Hopefully, if you look at the bottom left, it's real small, but you can see it says your website down there. Now there's nothing called your website, so it's not going to link, but you can see that your website is the anchor text and it's underlined there. Okay. All right. So let's talk about inbound links and outbound links. Okay, first of all, let's do an inbound link. In order to do that, what we're going to do is create another file on this same folder. So if we look at my folders here on my desktop, okay, you can see I have several different folders. And this index.html is the one we're working in right now, okay? So this is desktop index.html. Now if I right click and I do new document, just like I did on my desktop, and yours is the same way, no matter if it's Windows or Mac, we'll go ahead and create another document. We'll call this inbound.html. Now you notice whenever I created it, it also created it on my desktop. That's because we're in that folder. Okay, so that's called your file path. And what you want to keep in mind is the file path is always right here. It's always, let me see, right here. Okay, so if I had your website in another folder, like for instance, if let's just type in another folder, and then the file. .html. Okay, so that would be our file path. Let me stretch that out so we put it all on line. So you got to make sure that whenever you're making that anchor link, that you put it to the right folder. Okay, that you link it to the right folder. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this inbound link. First of all, I'm going to change the anchor text on this. I'm going to say inbound link. Okay, because that's what we're getting ready to make. And let me right click and open this with gedit. Let's grab our bare bones HTML right here. Or you could type it in there, whatever you feel good with. And let's paste it in there. Let's go into our head tag. And let's make our title. TITLE. Okay. And this is our inbound link example page. And let's go inside our body tag. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to copy this whole title line right here. I'm going to change these to H1. And that way, when we get to the page, we'll be able to see that we're on that page. All right. And that's all we're going to do with that particular file right there. Okay. Now what we want to do is go back to our index.html, okay, which is right here. And we're going to say right here, inbound.html. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now I know this is going to be okay because we're in the same folder. Okay, so here's my index.html. I'm in the same folder, the folder of desktop, and it's going to link directly to inbound.html. So let me go ahead and we'll refresh this page. And let's go ahead and click on that inbound link example. And that's exactly what we wanted it to do. Okay. See how it's anchor linking to that? Now, if I grab this entire file name, let me show you what else you can do. I can also link it directly to that using the full path. This is called a full path. All right. Let me go ahead and save this. And I'll refresh. All right. And I'll click on it again. Notice I go to the exact same page. Okay. That's because I'm specifying the complete file. So, but, and you could do inbound links either way. However, if you're doing an outbound link, so for example, if I was going to link to A1 Website Pro, like a particular page on A1 Website Pro, in fact, this page right here, check it out. Okay, this is the name of this page is Link and Linking. It's the lesson that I'm redoing for you today. So if I grab this entire URL, let me copy it, and let's start our anchor link again. A for anchor, href for hypertext reference link equals, and then I'm just going to paste in that entire URL string. I'm going to close it out, and I'll say click here. All right. Now we'll go ahead and save that, and let's go ahead and refresh our page. Now notice whenever I click here, it loads up our page. Now, let's say that I just grab the tail end of this, like we did on the other one. Okay. And if I just put the tail end, if I took out a1websitepro.com, okay, like we did with the inbound.html, and I hit save, we'll refresh our page, you'll see what happens. Your file was not found. That's because we need the full path. Notice it's still trying to look in desktop, okay, for this particular file, and it's not there, okay? That's because, it's not an appropriate inbound link. It's not valid, all right? So let's go ahead and put that in there. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about links. Whenever you're on a web page, and you'll notice, let me go ahead and save this again, and I'm going to click that inbound link. Notice how it stays in the same tab. You see that? It'll stay in the same tab whenever I click that. Let's say that I wanted this to make a new tab. like that. Okay, only put the file in it. Well, we're going to use an attribute called target. Okay, target equals, and then your quotes. And then we're going to go inside those quotes and put underscore new. Now I'm going to save it, refresh, and now whenever I click that link, you notice it gives me another tab. Okay, that's what that's all about. Now there's another way to do it. It's called underscore blank. And later on, whenever this will do the same thing. Let me refresh. Later on, whenever we're getting into more about this, you could use this target to target frames. And so whenever you have a frame website, there's not too many frame websites, so you're probably not going to use it that much, but we will go over it later. Now, there's another attribute that we can give our links, and it's called the REF attribute. REF. Now, this is solely for search engine optimization purposes, for search engine marketing. So, if you look at A1 Website Pro, you can see that I have a bunch of links. Okay, I have a bunch of links, and all these links across the top have REF equals no follow. Okay, REL equals no follow. And the reason why we have that on here is because on this particular page here, I'm talking about links and linking for absolute beginners. And that's what this page is about. It's not about Amazon. Okay, so when a Google search engine comes here to spider this site, they're going to follow all these links unless I tell them not to. Okay, if I tell them not to follow a link, what I'm telling them is, hey, this particular link that I have on this page has nothing to do with this article, but I have it there for my users anyway because I have, other subject material that I'm covering. But I don't want you to penalize me because I have a link there, so I put REL no follow. Okay, so that's not REF, it's REL, I'm sorry. And then we'll go in there and put no follow. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and save that. And if I refresh the page, you can see that there's nothing different in the link. It's solely for search engine purposes. Okay. Another attribute that we could give a link is the title tag, like we did with the images and the iframes. So we could give this a title like learn linking. Okay. And so let me go ahead and save that. Let me show you what happens whenever we refresh the page. And as I hover over this now, nothing shows up. But when I refresh the page and I hover over it, you see we get a little title there called Learn Linking. Okay, so that's how you can use the title attribute and give your readers something a little bit more to read or help them understand your website a little bit better. You'll notice I use them on A1 Website Pro. Whenever you hover over here, you can see when you hover over different ones up here. Oh, let me see here. Sometimes you got to wait for a second for it to show up. But I have the title tags on some of them, others I don't have. Okay, so let's talk about jump links. All right, now for this, what I'm going to do is I had prepared some code, but I'm just going to show you how I did it. So I type in an H2 tag, okay, and I'll close this H2 tag out. And I'm going to go in here, I'm going to just call this heading 1, okay. I'm going to jump down here, and I'm going to put in a paragraph tag, a P tag, and we'll close that out. I'm going to go to this site. It's called Lorem Ipsum. Sometimes when you're developing something, you need dummy text, okay? So instead of typing out a bunch of characters, we use Lorem Ipsum text to, just grab some dummy text that we put in here. And let me just go ahead and grab this first paragraph, copy. And that's all I need. I just need one paragraph because I'm going to do this over and over. And I'm going to hit paste, okay? check my spelling there. And we're going to grab this entire thing with the H2 and all the P tags. I'm going to right click, I'm going to copy, and I'm just going to hit enter, control V for paste, enter or return, control V for paste. I'm going to do this several times. And this is so I could show you the anchor links, okay, or the jump links. Inside this heading 2, or maybe inside this P tag, okay, let me go ahead and so we can discern where we're at on the page, we're going to go ahead and change all these. I'm going to change this to heading 2, come down. This will be heading 3, come down. This will be heading 4, come down. Heading 5. There's a reason why we're doing this. Heading 6, heading 7, heading 8, and that's good. So let me go ahead and save that, and if we refresh the page, we're right here, and let me go ahead and scale this out. I'm zoomed in 500%. All right, so here's our 2 links. Now we're going to make an anchor link so that when we click on it, it's going to jump down the page to heading 8. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's give, the first thing is you want to set an ID of where you want it to jump to. So we're going to give this paragraph, we're going to type in ID equals, 2 quotes, foo. All right. And then we're going to go clear to the top of the page and we're going to make a jump link. A href equals, double quotes. And we're going to go ahead and close that out. Now the anchor text will be link to foo. Now inside this href link, you want to target the ID, similar to the way you do in CSS with a pound sign, okay? And we'll type foo, just like that. And we'll go ahead and save it. We'll come back to our page and refresh. Now you can see we got a link to foo. But watch what happens when we click on it. See, it jumps us down so we can see heading 8. Now there's nothing below heading 8, you know, so we'd have to scroll to the top. Now, what if you wanted a way where somebody could click and go right there and then go make another link and go back up? Well, you could do the same thing in reverse measure. So let's go ahead and make another ID up here for the heading 2, and we'll call this ID equals boo. Okay, and then we're going to come clear down to where we put that other ID, and what we'll do is we'll create another anchor link. Okay, href equals, can you guess what we're going to put in here? Pound boo. Okay, very easy to do. And we'll just say top right here. Let's go ahead and save that file. We will go refresh our page. Now you notice we have the top. So now we could go clear the top. Notice it took us right to the heading. So link to foo, top. Okay, so it takes you right to where that anchor link is. Okay. I think we have a lesson in links here today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you were able to hear the audio. But I was able to include the jump links on this tutorial, and so I'll be updating the site as well so that you have all this code. You can copy and paste or type it out with me in the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. This is Max.